Ancient Heroes. Whoa! Welcome back to another Bit Legend video. Today we are going to be talking about the newest ancient weapon on the scene. Ancient Heroes, whoa. AKA Ancient X, AKA, oh my goodness, it's so expensive, oh my goodness. Let's show it off. So Diver is the first person in the world first, to make this beautiful monstrosity. And I'll talk about the recipe, I'll talk about how much it costs and how to get it and all that good stuff, and then I'll show them off in Raid 9. But just take a second, just drink it in, look at it. Take a look at it. Whew. So it's Transcendent's weapon. It has, I believe, slightly more total stats than Thunder Fury. Let's actually add this up right now. I'm okay with it having a little bit more total stats than Thunder Fury because it is like 30 times more expensive than Thunder Fury. And we'll be talking about that in a second. Just adding all this up. And they're both refined at plus 15. There is some variance when you upgrade the axe. They're not, all the Thunder Furies aren't going to be the same total stats. You can roll high, roll low. I'm not a big fan of that. And the same thing, you know, somebody else can make a Ancient Heroes woe and roll high, roll low, etc. So the difference between these two items, my Thunder Fury and his woe, is 81 stats, and it's in favor of the axe. Again, I think that's fine. I don't see a problem with that because the axe is so much more expensive. And honestly, Thunder Fury is a tank weapon, and tanks don't care too much about total stats. We like our total stats. Total stats definitely help us, but much more important, every single total stat that you get on a DPS player, you're going to feel that. Because this is probably going to go right into your damage. So anyways, there's the bonuses right there. Damage, crit damage, smite, thermal damage. Word on the street is a thermal pet will be added sometime soon. So we'll talk about that if/when that happens. Let's go back into the skills. So first attack is a 0 SP attack 2 enemies. I believe this is the same as the Thunder Fury 0 SP. Let's see. So 105 to 130. Let's see if I'm... Actually, we'll go back to that so I don't have to swap back and forth. But remember that. 105 to 130. And then here you can attack target with a 1 SP. Damage range is there. Attack 3 random enemies, and you're going to leech if you're a DPS player, which you should be if you have this item. Based on all the bonuses that you're going to have, this will probably heal you to full every single time, so it's nice to have that when you need it. Attack all. In the future, you might be looking at some of these multi-attack skills. In the future, I'm sure content's going to come where multi-attack skills are going to be really nice. Raid 9 kind of does that because you're fighting 2 or more bosses at the boss fight. So you'll get a little bit more value out of these kind of skills. But in the future, you got to imagine, we've been attacking single guild bosses. What if the next guild bosses, you're fighting 2 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys, maybe even girls, who knows? These multi-attack skills that Thunder Fury and Heroes Woe both have are probably going to start to really shine and do a ton of total damage. And then the real big one that you want to see, don't look at Dazzling Flash, that's the mount skill. You guys know what that is. But Ancient Grief, look at that thing. 500% attack, there's no range on it, it's 500%, and it has a 50% crit damage bonus. If your crit is 100%, which most players that get to this level of gear are going to be right around 100%, that's 50% more damage. That's massive. So we're going to compare it to Thunder Fury. We're going to compare it to the Slayer, the guild boss set weapon, because there's some similarities there. We'll talk about the recipe and then we'll do some content. But anywho, so 105 to 130. Before we get out of here, let's just look at his bonuses. Everybody's going to be different, but yeah, he's almost 100% there. He's got the crit damage. And keep in mind, he's going to get the 50% crit damage when he uses that 40 SP skill. That's juicy. All right, let's look at a Thunder Fury. There we go. Skill. So it's the same percent. It's 105 to 130, but his hits the 2 nearest, mine hits target. So I'm able to hit a target. I think Sledge was a DPS player that was running this weapon, and he likes it because if he has enough bonuses, with his 0 SP attack, he can hit the someone in PvP. He can just snipe them really quick. But he's also a Kung Fu Master, and they have a talent that gives you 75% more damage on first attack. So it's probably part of that as well. So this is kind of balanced because this is an attack target. His is attack nearest. Attack nearest is going to do more damage anyway, so that kind of makes sense there. But something to think about. There's some multi-attack on this as well. Let's see. Yeah, so 125 to 180 to attack all enemies. There's also the leeching there as well. So there's some similarities. Let's jump back real quick. I want to see what the percentage is. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Attack all enemies. So this is only 20 SP. The other one's 4 SP. That's why the other one's going to do more. And then let's look back at a Slayer weapon. Let's go to skill. And then here, so you're 5% more damage on your 0 SP attack. And then if you go all the way here, this has the same average. So this is the Slayer 5 is gonna average out to 500%, but you can roll incredibly low at 100, or you can roll incredibly high at 900, and it doesn't have the crit damage there. So the average is the same, doesn't have the crit damage, has that high variance. Sometimes you're gonna roll high, it's gonna be beautiful. Sometimes it's just gonna be overkill anyways, whatever. But those are the best comparisons at the moment. Let's go and look at the recipe, and then let's go into, I got a lot of stuff I need to destroy. Look at all that, there's a lot of stuff there. Don't look at that. Okay, so here is the recipe. To make Thunder Fury, you get the left piece from, I think, Guild Boss 3, or excuse me, Guild Boss 2, and you get the right piece from Guild Boss 3. I think that's how it goes. And then you just craft a bunch of these, which isn't too bad. It's just a bunch of materials, no big deal. I think it's like 300 nuggets to do. But if you want to make the Ancient Axe, you get this material from the Guild Boss 5, which on our first kill we got it, so we were super lucky. Or it's a really high drop chance, who knows. So you get that, and then you need 30 of each of these. And the crafting recipe will give you a random one. Diver was super lucky, you only had to make 93 of them, so we only had 3 that was overkill. And since the sample size is so high, the chance of you evening out is actually quite good. But you never know, you might just have that bad RNG day. And someone's actually done the math to add up all the costs, and it's come out to 111,000 gems to craft all these materials from scratch. Of course, this is a drop that you have to get anyways, so there's no real cost to that. You just need a guild that is killing Guild Boss 5, but holy smokes. I think, honestly, it would be a reasonable cost if you only needed 10 of each of the stones. I think that would make more sense. That would drop it down to 30k gems. Thunder Fury was not bad. Thunder Fury was like 300 nuggets to make it, and then like, was it 700 to max it? I have the math somewhere on Thunder Fury. Thunder Fury wasn't bad. But man, it's an expensive weapon. I still think it's too expensive based on the things. The crazy folks that want to be the first person to have this thing, they're waiting in line for the iPhone 20 or whatever. They're going to get it, but I still think 30 is way too high a price. I think the intent originally was to make the Sunstones more available in different ways. But we have had 12 drops from Guild Boss 5, because you get different drops at different times. 12 total drop chances from Guild Boss 5. We've only seen 1 Sunstone drop. Think about that. Maybe our RNG is a small sample, sure, but we're the only sample, so it's numbers we're going to use. And like I said, out of 12 drop chances, we've seen 1 Sunstone. That's rough. That's rough, fellas. But anyways, you have been warned. It's an awesome item. If I was a DPS, I damn sure would want it. I just don't know if I would make it. So let's go into raids. Raids are going to be a little bit spicy right now because all my team has their stamina reforged low for Guild Boss 5 stuff. So let's figure out what we're going to do. Let's take Naira out. He's too low. I need a second tank. I haven't been doing a lot of raid. Where's Chinese? I have not been doing a lot of raid, whatever this raid is. Bum bums, put him in the bag slots, put him here. What is this raid? Raid 9. I don't do it a lot. I could put Froggy in, but I don't know what his build is. Yeah, let's get the man of the hour himself in here. Where's my boy Diver at? Boop. Let's put him in second spot. There we go. I should probably... Whatever. It's good enough. Let's figure it out. Tell you what, I haven't been in raid 9 often. But anyways, we've been doing a lot of raid 8. I'm trying to get those queens to try to get more sword gods over time and whatnot and all that. The purple one is pretty fast. So let's try to hug the corner. We did not get around the corner. This might be a rough start, man. We don't have any SP and we're going into a boss fight. Although, I don't know. I really haven't fought this recently. Woo! That was attack random. Going right for our lowest. It was either attack random or attack weakest. Going directly for our lowest stamina boy on the team. Not even let me build up any shielding or anything. But anywho, hopefully we'll get through here. We'll get to do some cool stuff. Ooh. Diver is an NG. As you can see, it's why he has a bunch of SP. And just to kind of get things started, I'm going to use the NG buff. I think I use it every battle. His chime proc doing big deeps. And then Vashir is going to do a full launch, assuming we survive that long. Just so my boys can get nice and healthy. Chinese. I'm going to use SP on Chinese because I think he can give SP. He might have that talent. And then here we go. All right, full launch. I just want to get this first battle down, get some SP on the guys, get a little bit of shielding so we can roll into the next one. Then I'll try to use the axe skills on Diver once everybody's nice and healthy. I don't think I have any healing skills on the team. We only have the chime from Diver. So yeah, this might be spicy. This might not be the best comp. The purple guys are super fast. Hopefully my pet proc will happen. Not seeing it. Okay. I wonder if that one full launch is going to kill everything. I think it probably will. Okay, we won't do that next time. This is supposed to be a an axe video, I swear. But I tell you what, we have not manualed raids in quite a long time. So who knows, maybe this will be exciting. If you are having difficulty with this raid, check out the video where I actually go and cover all the things about the raid. We talk about the things. If you guys need some guidance there, you're probably not going to find in this video. Not going to do full launch here because I don't want to kill everything, but we probably will. Okay, Diver can finally do an attack. Wow, amazing. We are going to use that beautiful 40 SP. And this should have no variance other than critting, but his crit chance is almost 100%. So unless it smites, this should be the same damage he does all the time. There you go. 191. MVP. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm kind of curious to see how much SP this team is going to be getting and generating as well, because Diver's giving SP, Chinese and myself are giving SP when we get hit. It's a pretty juicy team. I think this will probably be the team comp in future guild bosses, whenever Guild Boss 10 or whatever comes out. I'm assuming, this is an assumption, I'm assuming that we won't be able to one tank everything in the future, right? They're going to get more creative. They're going to get a little bit more mean with the bosses. So I'm thinking it's going to be 2 tanks in the front or tank in front, tank in the back. Okay, here's the target enemy. I'm going to target the purple guy. Or I'm going to click the wrong one. Nope, we clicked the wrong guy. Those hitboxes, man, not great. Chinese has a lot of speed on right now. He's probably wearing that for Guild Boss. So good on him. And then is this attack random or attack target? Attack target. Just to show a damage comparison, although it's not fair because the different characters have different bonuses. Kaboosh. That skill hits multiple times, so you're not going to see like the full damage as one hit anyways. And this is going to happen here too. So I think it's supposed to hit for like 18.7, but it hits 5 times or something as far as like the battle text looks. So since these things die so fast, it's kind of hard to compare. But whatever, you get the idea. This is not the best way to show off the axe, but I mean, what else am I going to do? It's the highest content in the game. And the highest content in the game that I can bring a friend to. So that's what we're going to do. But Maybe I'll get Diver to post some Guild Boss videos when the next wave comes out. He can show his solo content in Guild Boss. That will be quite juicy. Showing Diver against Guild Boss 4, especially as an NG. He's kind of floating around and thinking about, you know, is he going to go NG, Kung Fu Master, Bounty Hunter, etc., etc. Personally, honestly, as a guild leader, I prefer him as an NG. However, you got to let your boys fly, man. You got to let your guys do what they want to do, you know what I'm saying? And just be flexible. You know, Luke is probably going to be NG for a long time. He's super loving it. It's not going to jeopardize killing Guild Boss 5. We've got that on farm, as you can probably tell. So I'm not worried about it. And you got that big axe. You want to watch that axe sing. So I respect that. I got no problems with it. But as far as comps, I really like having another SANG, but we have 2 other SANGs up and coming. Ooh, I might catch that Golden Rex. We're going to catch that Golden Rex so I can make a Notzilla. Hey, the video that keeps on giving, fellas. But anywho, yeah, I think there's definitely pros and cons to the different classes. I'm very curious to see what Diver ends up settling on. He might just do a little bit of around the world and just kind of do like a couple days or a week on each different class and just figure it out from there. Who knows? They are doing a buff. That's a visual bug on my health bar. They are doing a bug. They are doing a buff to Smite. They're making Smite hit harder, which is pretty cool. I'm going to use the Ultra Catcher. I was kind of like, do I want to? Should I? But this is the last thing I need for Notzilla. So will I craft him in this video? Or should I do that in a separate video? I'll tease you guys with this video. That's what I'll do. We'll finish this. Hopefully against the boss fight, I'll get to use more of Diver's axe attacks because it's an axe video where I've only used 1 axe skill. And then I will tease the Notzilla for a future video. So we're doing big things. We're staying active. I know some of you guys panic if I don't post 3 videos every day. I get it. But we're doing big things. Let's get full SB. Let's get nice and juicy. I could use the X skill there, but whatever. One of the issues with the raids, though, is that the trash has so low hit points and the boss has such high hit points that the difference between the trash and the boss is so great that it makes the balance of the raids a little bit wonky. It's like one of the issues I had, and one of the reasons why I did not wear the little angel pet from raids 6, 7, and 8 is because my DPS was killing the trash so fast that I would never get hit. And if I never get hit on the trash, I don't get to build up any shields for my team, which is the main purpose of running the pet like this. Fortunately here, when people are autoing it, not when they're manualing it as much, but when people are doing auto, I am getting hit a little bit, so the little angel pet's building up some shields and being a little bit helpful. So, okay, this boss fight, it could be a little bit spicy. My composition's not great. I'm expecting a big attack in the second spot, which actually could kill Diver. Please don't die. If he did not have the shielding, he would have died there. That could have been some scary, scary stuff. I'm actually just going to use the full launches anyways. Hopefully it doesn't kill everybody, but I still want to not die. Like I said, everybody's stamina is low because they are doing Guild Boss today, which, you know, that's the time. Oh, man. If I do the full launch here, I think it's going to kill everybody. And then you're not going to see the axe attack. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to attack the boss in the back. He's the one that does all the problems. Let's get him out of there. And even though I really want to do the buff, I'm not going to do the buff. I'm going to use the big attack. Kaboom. Does about the same damage. Why did it have variance? In the last attack, he did 191,000, and in this attack, he did like 189, which is a very small difference, but still. It's a very small difference, but why is there any variance on that at all? There shouldn't be any variance on that attack. Maybe the boss has damage reduction or resistance or something like that. Maybe the enemies have resistance. That's the only thing that makes sense. Okay. That's the end of that. Let's go tease you guys on the Notzilla minion. Whoa! Oh, we're in looping. All right, I'm not gonna make you guys watch the whole loop, but heads up for the Notzilla video. We've got all the minions to make him. Yeah. Oh, looping raids. You got me again. All right, boys. Check out the Godzilla video. The axe is awesome. Hopefully, Diver will either post some clips or some stuff from Guild Boss. But if the enemy has the same amount of resistance and damage mitigation and all that kind of stuff, this attack should hit, based on Diver's stats, for 191 or 189. I know I did an axe video with only using 2 axe skills. Whatever. Deal with it. But the weapon's awesome. It's super expensive. Diver's got the first in the game, so grats to him, world first on that Diver. And hopefully we'll be seeing more axes out of Unity. As always, fellas, appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.